Thank you, honorable members. Please be seated. Honorable members, we have completed the consideration of the estimates, and now we have to put the appropriation bill. Before I do that, we have some other housekeeping matters to deal with. You have before you a supplementary order paper, which I have given permission to be laid to be considered today. I'm just getting my appropriation bill. Honorable Minister of Finance.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The privilege is mine to report the Committee of Supply has considered the estimates of expenditure for the financial year 2021 and has approved of them as printed.
I will now put the motion, which is that this National Assembly approves the estimate of expenditure for financial year 2021 of a total sum of $353,833,612,000, excluding $29,247,746,000, which is chargeable by law, as detailed therein and summarized in the schedule, and agree that it is expedient to amend the law and to make further provision in respect of finance. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is carried. Honorable members, I call on the Honorable Prime Minister to move the suspension of the relevant standing orders.
Mr. Speaker, with your leave, I move that standing orders numbers 13N and 54 be suspended to enable the Appropriation Bill 2021, Bill number 1 of 2021, to be introduced at this stage.
The question is that standing orders number 13N and 54 be suspended. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is carried. Honorable Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance.
Mr. Speaker, in accordance with paragraph 2 of Article 171 of the Constitution, I signify the Cabinet has recommended the Appropriation Bill 2021, Bill number 4 of 2021, for consideration by the National Assembly, and I now present this bill to the Assembly and move that it be read the first time.
Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is carried. Let the bill be read a first time.
Appropriation Bill 2021, Bill number 4 of 2021.
Honorable Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the Appropriation Bill 2021, Bill number 4 of 2021 be read the second time.
The question is that Appropriation Bill 2021, Bill 2020, Bill number 4 of 2021 be read a second time. I think I may have put it wrong. I said 2020 instead of 2021. The question is that Appropriation Bill 2021, Bill number 4 of 2021 be read a second time. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is carried. Let the bill be read a second time.
Appropriation Bill 2021, Bill number 4 of 2021.
Honorable Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the Appropriation Bill 2021, Bill number 4 of 2021 be read the third time and be passed as printed.
I now put the question that the Appropriation Bill 2021, Bill number 4 of 2021, be read a third time and pass as printed. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is carried. Let the bill be read the third time.
Appropriation Bill 2021, Bill number 4 of 2021.
Honorable members, we have the supplementary business for this sitting, which has been approved. I now call on the Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance to move the second reading of the Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 5 of 2021.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 5 of 2021, is in fact a very simple bill. It's a bill intended to bring into law one of the many measures announced in Budget 2021, intended to bring relief to the people of Guyana, and in this particular instance, to reverse one of the many draconian measures that have been implemented by the APNU AFC government while they were in office. In particular, sir, the Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill addresses a particular stipulation that had been in place regarding capital gains tax when we demitted office in 2015, when the People's Progressive Party civic government demitted office in 2015, that stipulated at the time that capital gains tax would not be payable on disposal of assets where the asset concerned or the assets concerned had been in the ownership of the person doing the disposal for more than 25 years. In other words, if you owned a piece of property and had owned that property for 25 years or more and then disposed of the property, that transaction would not be subject to capital gains tax. It would be recalled, sir, that having left that situation in place, that legislative provision that exempted ownership of beyond 25 years from capital gains tax, from the imposition of the tax, during the course of their tenure in office, the APNU AFC removed that 25-year exemption, which meant that irrespective of how long you owned the asset, even if you owned it for 40 years or 50 years, when you eventually disposed of it, the disposal would be subject to capital gains tax. It would be recalled, sir, that at the time that the APNU AFC brought that particular provision to remove this 25-year exemption, grave reservations were expressed on the part of, or by, People's Progressive Party civic members of Parliament, in particular, the then leader of the opposition, and now Vice President, had indicated very clearly a strong reservation that the removal of this 25-year exemption was going to result in many elderly Guyanese who had owned their property for a very long time now having to bear the burden of paying capital gains tax when they eventually disposed of their property. As we did with so many other of the punitive tax measures that the APNU AFC government had put in place, we committed to reverse these punitive and draconian measures, and we are now, sir, delivering once again on that promise, our promise to reverse and remove the punitive measures that have been introduced by the APNU AFC during their time in office. So with those few words, sir, I rise to move the Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 5 of 2021, published on the 1st of March 2021, be now read a second time.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, honorable members, I will now put the question that the Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 5 of 2021, be read a second time. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Let the bill be read a second time.
Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 5 of 2021.
Honorable members, we will revert to committee to consider the bill clause by clause. The House is now in committee to consider the bill clause by clause. Honorable members, this bill has 2 sections, and I would like to put both sections at the same time. So, honorable members, I propose the question that clauses 1 and 2 form part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question that clauses 1 and 2 form part of the bill. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, I now propose the question that the bill be reported to the Assembly. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The Assembly shall resume. Honorable Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to report that the Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 5 of 2021, was considered in committee clause by clause and was passed without amendment. And I therefore now move that said bill be read the third time and be passed as printed.
Honorable members, the question is that the bill be read a third time and pass as printed. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, we have some procedural issues that we'll have to address. I'll have to recommit the bill. Honorable Prime Minister, if I can draw your, or Madam, the Honorable Madam Teixeira, if we can look at Standing Order 54. 2, it says that for a bill to be read a second time, 6 days has to pass for its publication in the official gazette. So we'll have to suspend that to take the bill through its stages for the second reading.
We'd like to ask that the standing orders be suspended to allow for the bill to go through all the stages at today's sitting.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. The question is that Standing Order 54 be in particular 54-2 be suspended to take this bill through all of its stages. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is carried. Honorable Senior Minister in the Office of the President, we just have to go through the standing order, the request for the bill to be read the second time.
Very well, sir. On the assumption that the remarks that I made earlier will remain in the record of today's proceedings, I will not repeat those remarks. I will simply, sir, move that the Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 5 of 2021, published on the 1st of March 2021, be now read the second time.
Honorable members, the question is, and I put the question that the Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 5 of 2021, be read a second time.
Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 5 of 2021.
Honorable Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance, we'll have to go back to the committee stage again. Thank you, honorable members. Honorable members, we are back in committee, and I have to recommit to committee the Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021. I propose that this bill has 2 sections. I propose we take both sections of the bill at the same time. And I now put the question that clauses 1 and 2 of the bill be reported to the committee as printed. Be reported to the Assembly, as printed.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to report that the Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 5 of 2021, was considered in committee clause by clause and was passed without amendment. I now move that the said bill be read the third time and be passed as printed.
Honorable Senior Minister of Finance, unfortunately the mace was in committee. We will resume as the Assembly, and you'll have to restate.
My apologies, sir.
My apologies to you too, sir.
Very well, thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, I now rise to report that the Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 5 of 2021, was considered in committee clause by clause and was passed without amendment. And I now move said bill be read the third time and be passed as printed.
Honorable members, the question is that the Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 5 of 2021, be read a third time. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Let the bill be read a third time.
Capital Gains Tax Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 5 of 2021.
Honorable members, we now move to the motion. Honorable members, we now move to the motion on the order paper, confirmation of the customs amendment of the first schedule order 2021, number 5 of 2021. And in accordance with standing order number 28-2, I've given permission for the following, that motion to be taken. Honorable Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I rise now on the matter of the confirmation of the Customs Amendment of First Schedule, Order 2021, Order number 5 of 2021, which, Mr. Speaker, is an order that gives legal effect, that brings into law two of the critical measures that were announced in the budget speech. It would be recalled, sir, that amongst the wide range of measures we announced in the budget were measures intended to reduce the cost of construction materials, and in particular, a measure proposing to reduce the duty on industrial grade cement from 15% to 5%, with the intention of reducing construction costs in our economy, along with the several other measures. It would be recalled, sir, that we instituted measures to reduce taxation on other construction materials as well. Still on the matter of customs duty, we had also announced the intention to reduce the cost of transportation in the hinterland by removing customs duty on ATVs, all-terrain vehicles, for use in the hinterland. Both of those measures, sir, the first to help in reducing the cost of construction and therefore the cost of both doing business and the cost of living more broadly, and the second to reduce the cost of transportation in the hinterland. Both of those measures are required to be executed by way of amendment of the first schedule to the Customs Act. That, Mr. Speaker, is the background to this Customs Amendment of the First Schedule Order 2021. Given, sir, that this is the last item required to bring into legal force the measures announced in the budget, it would be remiss of me, sir, not to use the opportunity, not to avail myself of the opportunity to place on record the very strong and compelling arguments that were made by my colleagues on this side of the House throughout the last 2 weeks in support of Budget 2021 and elaborating and articulating how Budget 2021 is going to help to deliver better development outcomes to all of the people of Guyana. And so, sir, I would like first of all to place on record my thanks to all of my colleagues on this side of the House. It would, I believe, sir, be equally remiss of me if I were not to place on record my grave disappointment that my colleagues on that side of the House, with the notable and consistent exception of the distinguished Deputy Speaker, to whom thanks are also due. Deputy Speaker, my apologies for not perhaps explicitly including you when I thank colleagues on this side of the House, but indeed I was thanking colleagues on this side of the House and your distinguished self as well. Might I also, sir, place on record my grave disappointment that our colleagues on that side of the House, with the exception of the Deputy Speaker, chose to absent themselves at this critical stage of the conclusion of consideration of Budget 2021, and therefore opted not to add their voice of support to these very important legislative initiatives that are so critical to both the cost of doing business and the cost of living in Guyana and that are that indeed are intended to stimulate economic activity, to contribute to growth in the economy, and to contribute to well-being of the people of Guyana. I thought it would be remiss of me if I didn't place that on record. With those words, sir, I would like to move that this National Assembly, in accordance with Sections 8 and 9 of the Customs Act, Chapter 8201, confirm the Customs Amendment of First Schedule, Order 2021, Order number 5 of 2021, which was made on the 26th of February 2021 under Section 8 of the Customs Act, Chapter 8201, and which was published in the Official Gazette on the 1st of March 2021. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. The motion having been proposed, I now put the motion that for the confirmation of the Customs Amendment of the First Schedule Order 2021, number 5 of 2021, and I put the question that honorable members confirm this amendment. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is carried.
Committee's business.
Honorable Minister of Parliamentary Affairs and Governance, Madam Gail Teixeira.
So I'd like to call on the House to adopt the first report of the Standing Committee on Appointments to address matters relating to the appointment of members of the Commission established under the Constitution, and signify to the President that Justice Bezraj Singh Roy, retired, has been nominated in accordance with Article 198, Subclause 2, Subclause A of the Constitution, to be appointed member of the Judicial Service Commission. We call on the House to support this so the JSC, which has expired since September 2017, can be properly appointed by His Excellency President Ali.
The motion for the adoption of the first report of the Standing Committee on Appointments in relation to the appointment of a member to the Judicial Service Commission has been proposed. Honorable members, I now put the motion for the adoption of the first report of the Standing Committee on Appointments in relation to the appointment of a member to the Judicial Service Commission. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is carried. Honorable Minister of Parliamentary Affairs and Governance, Madam Gail Teixeira. This is with respect to the adoption of the second report of the Standing Committee on Appointments in relation to the appointment of a member of the Local Government Commission. You may proceed, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, sir. We call on the House to adopt the second report of the Standing Committee of Appointments in relation to appointment of a member of the Local Government Commission, that this adopts, to address matters relating to the appointment of members of the Local Government Commission, and signify to the President that Mr. Carville Duncan, AA of the Guyana Labour Union, has been nominated in accordance with the Local Government Commission Act, number 18 of 2013, Clause 4, Subclause 11C, be appointed to the Local Government Commission. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Minister of Parliamentary Affairs and Governance. Honorable members, I now put the question that the Assembly doth adopt the second report of the Standing Committee on Appointments in relation to the appointment of a member of the Local Government Commission. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The report is adopted. Honorable members, this concludes our business for today. I now call on the Honorable Prime Minister to move the motion for the adjournment. Date to be.
Mr. Speaker, I move the adjournment of the Assembly to a date to be announced.
Honorable members, the Assembly now stands adjourned to a date to be fixed.